well. Coming here has been a great experience. We've been able to meet some of the stalwarts of the industry, really be able to have some one-on-one discussion with them as well.
Very good afternoon to you, sir. My name is Nikita. I am from Rail Analysis. As you're aware that Rail Analysis is having its 6th conference exhibition event today on 22nd and 23rd July, and we are having you over here. Can you please tell me your name and about your designation, a few words about your company?
So my name is Raj Suryawanshi. I'm a director at Poweram Deftech Pvt Limited. We are a sheet metal fabrication processing unit company from Pune in Chakan, MIDC. And we're about 2 years old itself, so quite fresh. But our aim is to help in nation building through our process of being able to use a lot of general purpose machinery which is currently used in all the various sheet metal enterprises, bring them under one roof in-house through an assembly line so that we can build up a lot more efficiency than what the traditional operators and conventional operators are doing in the moment. So for example, we do everything from laser cutting to painting under one shop, and we are able to shape products and get them fully ready for dispatch directly under one shop itself. That is what our current expertise is. We work mainly in vessels and tanks, and we have started working in the railway sector about 6 months back. We also have European norms 15085 class 1 certification, which we have just received last month, so that we can start working directly with European companies and start selling to Indian companies which are working directly with European companies as well. So yeah, that's a little bit about me and my company.
So, what are your main product you're manufacturing by you, and which country you send that?
So initially our main product which we started off with was double wall insulated fuel tanks, which are used in the mining and construction field. Our aim was to be able to build them here in India and sell them overseas to Scandinavian countries, Australian countries and Middle Eastern countries. We have been able to do that since the start. So we have already started selling our tanks, fuel tanks, to Australia and to Scandinavian countries. It is a double-walled fuel tank that is used in mining enterprises. The tanks can go up all the way up to 5,000 liters of fuel. And it's utilized in areas where they're not able to put fuel pumping lines in because it's so far away from where the actual metropolitan cities are. So mainly in Scandinavian countries and Australia, where it's so cold that the fuel inside the tank actually gets frozen inside itself. So you need double wall insulation so that the fuel inside doesn't get affected by the temperature outside. And that is what the expertise was to begin with. Now we have also started work in transformer tanks, pressurized water tanks for trains. So we are working with in the Vande Bharat project with Kineco India, and we are building pressurized water tanks for them so that we can also sell ahead to the Indian Railways as well. So mainly in vessels and tanks is what our expertise is in, but we also work in everything related to sheet metal shaping. So we have made seats for the Indian Railways for their railway trains. We've made everything from dustbins to ceiling frames. Whatever can be made between 2 to 25 millimeters in thickness, we are able to shape it basically in every single way that is possible in a 6-axis manner. So we are able to shape products very effectively. That has given us a large variety of products which we can tackle and take on. And that is what our area of expertise really is being able to take on anything in sheet metal and build it according to your specifications.
All right. So, are you exporting any product to the overseas companies also? In which country you are supplying?
So our current direct export products which we directly sell to is to a company in Dubai. Those are the fuel tanks which I mentioned in the last question. So the double wall fuel tanks currently we directly sell to a company in Dubai who further exports it from there. So that is our current route of export. So most of our current exports go to the Middle East, but they are further exported ahead to Scandinavia and Australia from the Middle East.
So, what are the future expansion plan of your company?
So we really aim to work with even more deeply with the government and in the various different governmental facets which they are trying to push. For example, in the defense sector and the railway sector and the power sector as well, there's a large push from the government to be able to build infrastructure that is required. We really aim to be able to build ourselves up in the next 2 to 3 years. Currently, we're at about 35,000 square feet manufacturing capacity. So we can do about 30 CR, 30 to 40 crores of churning in terms of capacity per year from this facility. We aim to build that up by another 80,000 square feet in the next 2 years. We have expansion plans so that we can take on a little more in the sense that we currently do a lot of the fabrication works ourselves, but we want to bring in machining, we want to be able to bring in VMCs, we want to bring in a lot more of the things which we are currently doing because we don't have a lot of specific purpose machinery in our setup at the moment. So we don't have SPMs, and we aim to really start going into SPM acquiring and purchasing so that we can have an even more integrated line, and we don't have to then give out our products for any sort of outsourcing needs at all outside. We want to be able to do everything that is possible in the sheet metal shaping industry directly in-house and in under one roof. So we are going to need more space for that. We're going to need more machinery for that, more capital for that, and we aim to get that done in the next 2 years.
All right, that's great. Thank you so much for your time. So, is it your first time you're participating with us? So, any experience you would like to share with us?
So, since the company is only 2 years old itself, this is actually our first time at this event. Also, because we only started working with railways companies in the past 6 months. So, we found out about this event through our railway company, and they told us that this is something you should attend as well. Coming here has been a great experience. We've been able to meet some of the stalwarts of the industry, really be able to have some one-on-one discussion with them as well, because there's been time between the sessions where we've been able to go up and speak to them directly in person, which has been a really, really sort of, extraordinarily sort of the amount of time that we've been able to have with these figures has been really, really good, because there's no other chance for us to be able to directly go up to them and meet them in this facet. So we've really had a good experience being able to discuss our ideas, branch out what we should do, and take some great advice from some of the best people in this industry as well. That's something I really admire, and I hope maybe next year we can have our own stall. Maybe we can do something of that self ourselves.
All right, that's great. Thank you so much for your time, and we will look forward to your participation in our next event in January.
Thank you so much.